Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the WIHSEA Streams Winter 2024 Rocket League Season JV Week 5 featuring Cambria-Friesland Hilltoppers 3-2 taking on the 3-1 Sun Prairie Cardinals JV1 team. I am your fellow WIHSEA commentator, Andrew Czysz Jr., joined alongside a returning Neby.
Hey, I'm Neby.
And the dynamic duo for the Winter 2024 Rocket League season has reunited once again for JV. Without further ado, let's get into the notes for this matchup. So again, Cambria-Friesland and Sun Prairie playing today, both making their stream debut. That's crazy because Cambria-Friesland has been in WIHSEA for a very long time. Never got the opportunity to be on stream, but that changes today. And going into their notes, they have Logan Do Just Why, their captain. Great username, by the way. Gold 2 Division 1. Max Carl Dog 101, a Plat 2 Division 2. Lucas, the Not So Smart Kid, a Gold 2 Division 3. Winter 2024 season stats so far for the Hilltoppers. They are 3-2 overall, 10-6 game record. They're currently tied for second place in the Group B conference for high school JV. Week 1, they lost to Whitefish Bay 3-0. Week 2, they had a forfeit win against Two Rivers. Week 3, they lost 3-1 to Milwaukee School of Languages. Week 4, they defeated Phillips 3-0. Week 6, forfeit to Beloit Turner, finishes off their season. And actually, this game is going to be their last one of the season, as they have a bye for JV Week 7. Winter 2023 Rocket League stats, I don't remember if they had a JV team or not, but they did have a varsity team. That varsity team went 4-4 overall, 12-12 game record. Right at 500 as you could possibly be. Finished 4th in Division 5's Venom Conference. Playoffs, they defeated Warrior 3-0 in the first round, but unfortunately in the quarterfinal got beat by number 1 seed Pacelli 3-0. By the way, Pacelli, last Tuesday, if you guys didn't see, they look like a completely different team from what I saw last year, so very good stuff for them. Fun facts about the Hilltoppers, they have a public school of the Cambria-Friesland School District. They're located in Cambria, Wisconsin. Their mascot is a Hilltopper. Their mission statement is to create a highway to academic learning. Their vision statement, students come with different gifts to achieve academic success. I actually love that vision statement. That's a really nice way to put, the touch on school and, the vision behind it, stuff like that. So hats off to the Hilltoppers for that one. Moving on to Sun Prairie. Players consist of Joseph SSJ David, their captain, no ranked information given. Suvin, Jawbreaker, Platinum 1 Division 1. Sam, the Boss, Gold 2 Division 3. Winter 2024 stats for Sun Prairie, 3-1 overall, 9-3 game record. They're currently tied for 4th in the Group B conference. Week 1, they defeated Deerfield 3-0. Week 2, defeated their own JV team, Sun Prairie JV3, 3-0. A lot of 3-0. My apologies. Week 3, lost to Whitefish Bay. Week 4, defeated Martin Luther JV1 3-0. Winter 2023, they did not have a team, so they are new, much like other upstarts such as St. Croix and Martin Luther's varsity team, by the way. Fun facts about Sun Prairie: they were a public school of the Sun Prairie, area school district, located in Sun Prairie, Wisconsin. Their mascot is a cardinal, as you can see in the note sheet, a beautiful little cardinal. Their mission statement is to inspire and prepare every child, and their vision statement is to reflect culture of community. With those notes out of the way, Neby, what do you expect to see in this matchup?
This match is definitely going to be a close one. I'm going to say 3-2 for the Cardinals. Cardinals going to take it.
3-2 for the Cardinals. That's a good pick. We've seen schools on the rise as of late. And, the stats really say that Sun Prairie had, more games under their belt as a collective unit, as Cambria-Friesland unfortunately had to go through 2 forfeit wins instead of, actually playing those matches. But Cambria-Friesland has played, and, they've went 1-2 if you take away the forfeit wins. But, I think Cambria is going to come into this game motivated. I think they're going to finish their season off 4-2, and they'll take this one, I believe. I'll go 3-2 Cambria.
Ooh.
I think Cambria is going to shine in this light. They've been waiting for a very, very long time, and let's hope for a spectacular matchup, regardless of who wins. All right, real quick. Go ahead.
Sorry, this game is definitely going to be close. They have their ranks, their different ranks are definitely like in the same like type of rank. So you have gold 2s and a plat 2 on the Cambria side, then we have Sun Prairie with a plat 1 and a gold 2. Like, not judging off the captain, because captain doesn't have his rank shown, but I think this is just gonna be a regular gold or slash plat game, and it's gonna be insane. It's
Yeah,
gonna be insane.
yeah, it's definitely going to be insane. The balance in ranks is always, a very good thing. As I think Baron and Pacelli was balanced without Perks being there, but Perks was going to be the difference maker for Baron to maybe make that matchup a little competitive, because Pacelli did win that 3-0. But I have good news for the fans of Baron. They beat Deerfield in their rescheduled Varsity Week 4 match just yesterday, 3-1. And they had Perks back in the lineup. So man, he does make a huge difference. I think he's a grand champ. So I mean, the rank says it all pretty much, and also his play. Seen him play a lot as well, especially at state last year. But nonetheless, so we have a little more time to kill here. So we'll look at division leaders entering JV Week 5 real quick. There's been a lot of changes on this note sheet. So if you notice, Bocelli now in first place, Chippewa Falls in first place, East Troy climbing up to first place, Dodgeville even, and Wisconsin Lutheran. So Varsity Division 1, Group A, New Richmond Tigers are in first place in Group A, 4-0 overall, 12-1 game record. Division 1, Group B has Wisconsin Lutheran taking the throne. Group C has Chippewa Falls, another new school taking it, uh, you know, to the lead, if you will. Group 2, Group A, New Berlin Eisenhower still in full control of their destiny for the top seed in Group A for Division 2, 5-0 game record, or 5-0 overall record, 15-2 game record. Division 2 has Dodgeville Dodgers as well, controlling Group B from St. Croix. And Group C, East Troy has jumped up to number 1, and Fox Valley tails them. That's going to be a really big storyline heading into next week, because East Troy and Fox Valley actually do play each other. That'll be a fun matchup to watch. Uh,
Wow.
Division 3, Group A, Pacelli, 5-0, 15-1 game record. They own a head-to-head tiebreaker over Barron. Division 3, Group B, Wisconsin Connections Academy. This division leaders entering JV Week 5 looks a little more normal. If you're an old head like me, for WIHSEA, not really an old head. I mean, it's been 2 years since I've been here, but I'm used to some of these schools being at the top spots. Wisconsin Connections, obviously Ari Arts, their captain, their star player. So he's definitely carrying them to that first place spot, as well as the rest of the team, obviously. Division 3 Group C, Durand, Arkansas in full control of their own destiny, 5-0, 15-2 game record. And then JV Middle School, Group A, Rule Virtual Academy Middle School 2. Waupun Warriors still in first place. Head-to-head tiebreaker over MSL, as we saw in JV Week 4. Group C has Anthony Akers B, 5-0, controlling their own destiny to possibly finish at the top of that group. In middle school, finally, high school, Group A, Jefferson JV1 hopped up to first place. Group B has Whitefish Bay. Group C has St. Croix, and Group D has Fox Valley. So not a whole lot of change in the JV side of things, but definitely the varsity side of things has changed a lot in the last week, with the matches finishing up last Tuesday. So yeah, I think Pacelli and Durand, Arkansas, Wisconsin Connections, East Troy all being there is really great. Will they get toppled? Who knows at this point? I mean, Little Wolf has an important matchup against Durand, Arkansas as well in Week 6. And again, that East Troy and Fox Valley matchup is going to be one to watch as well. Also, Chippewa Falls and Middleton are going to be battling for first place in Group C in Division 1. So a lot of storylines to take into Week 6. And unfortunately, only one of those matches will be chosen for Varsity Week 6. So three potential candidates, and there's just only going to be one that's featured on stream. I wish I could do them all, but I don't think that's possible at the same time. Unless if there's like, three clones of me, like I'm a Raj from Apex Legends or something. But other than that, I'm not sure how that would work.
Bro, just gonna summon a Yoru clone and just,
Yeah.
do two things at once.
And then runner-ups real quick. Varsity Division 1, Slinger, Rule Virtual Academy, Middleton. Division 2, Walden, entering the fray, St. Croix. FVL and MSL both tied for first place with East Troy by virtue of points. Division 3, Barron, Valders has climbed up, and Little Wolf is there as well. JV Middle School, Rule Virtual Academy, Middle School 1. Man, they're just really dominating the Group A conference in middle school RVA is. I mean, it's crazy. Thomas Jefferson's also runner-up in Group B. Pacelli Cardinals Middle School 2 is runner-up in Group C. High School Jefferson JV2 is runner-up. MSL runner-up for Group B um, in JV High School. Brookfield Knights have climbed up as the runner-up in JV High School. And then De Pere JV-A is runner-up to Fox Valley in JV High School Group D. And with that out of the way, I think it will be time to get into the lobby for this matchup. That was a lot to go over.
I'm definitely gonna watch at least one of the varsity games for this next week, week 6. It's gonna be a big week for all these varsity players.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a big week. I mean, like I said before, there's a lot going on this week. I mean, I wish the schedule was like laid out, a little more perfectly, but you don't really know at the beginning of the season like what matchups are going to pop up that are like, really really pass the eye test, really just stick out to you when you go in and you select the match of the week. But, I think this is one of those match of the weeks where it's going to be a really tough decision to make. I mean, you got Durand, Arkansas, you got Little Wolf, two established teams here in WIHSEA. Little Wolf obviously hasn't had as much success as Durand, Arkansas, as of late. So that would be kind of interesting to see if Little Wolf can, get the hump over the Panthers. And then Middleton and Chippewa Falls just like coming out of nowhere in Division 1 with all those teams losing their star players. You have Oak Creek, Horlick, and Waukesha South all suffering because they lost their seniors. So I mean that division's wide open. So I think either one of those teams is going to walk out maybe with Division 1 championship gold. And then you go over to Division 2, and there's East Troy, there's Fox Valley, there's Walden, and obviously Martin Luther put their exclamation point on that whole division when they beat Walden back varsity week 3. So yeah, a lot to watch out for. Now we wait for the competitors to join the lobby. If you're just tuning in, this is the JV Week 5 Match of the Week stream for the Winter 2024 Rocket League season, featuring Cambria-Friesland Hilltoppers 3-2 taking on Sun Prairie Cardinals JV1, who are 3-1. Your fellow WIHSEA commentator Andrew Czysz Jr. is here for his 101st game for WIHSEA, joined alongside Neby from Freedom.
Hey.
Gotta put the little ad lib in case people are just tuning in.
I mean, speaking of your 100th game, 100th stream on WIHSEA, how did it go for you?
It was amazing, getting to hit that milestone and getting to have a little end segment at the end of that stream was I'm grateful for that. And I've had a lot of success here. Obviously, I've had some great moments. I've been to 4 state championships, and those are really like the best part because I could probably tell you a story about every single one. I mean, spring 2022, that was the debut one. I was in a little cubicle at a North Central Technical College, like right outside where the players would play. I would like hear everybody screaming right next to me. I'm like, oh my god, and then just feed off of that energy. And I think the real highlight of that one was just casting the first bout between Waukesha South and Oak Creek for the Division 1 title in Rocket League. And man, those two teams went at it. It was a 7-game spectacle. The microphone really wasn't working all that well, but what you saw in the game, that really worked out. That was a real rivalry starting to brew, and Waukesha South really hit the scene when I did. And, I feel like we were a part of an era in WIHSEA that, had really never been seen before because they never really had a lead broadcaster until I came into the fray. And now, I've been inspiring other broadcasters, including you, Neby, to, continue this, going forward.
Yeah, and I'm glad to be here. I'm actually kind of happy for, streaming.
Yeah. Yeah. The production has been great. It's been improving every single year, and I'm glad that is the case. And then after spring 2022 Rocket League, that was kind of like the beginning phase for me. And then I went in and had a chance to offer myself some feedback and then get feedback from others around me, to figure out how I could improve as a caster. Because when you first start out, obviously you're not going to know everything. And like, if you would have told me in like during COVID that this would happen, like I would become a broadcaster for WIHSEA, I don't know what I would say to you. I would say, I don't know about that one, but it worked out. And then, using the feedback of like, pitching more vocal variety, or doing this in Rocket League to, you know, there's a director's cut setting in like the spectators for Rocket League where it just shows like all the usernames. I think my good buddy Blaze was like, "Hey, you should turn that off because it's really distracting for people like watching the game." And I realized that I'm like, "Oh my god!" That was one of the big changes that I made, and what a big change that was.
As a starting streamer or starting the cast for WIHSEA, it's been tough. Like I'm trying to like build all these new ideas, study up for the next upcoming stream,
Hmm.
knowing these schools. Like it's just so much information that I have to work up on,
Yeah,
and
and
I'm
that's
liking it. I'm loving it.
Yeah, and that's another component too that people really, dodge the bullet on when it comes to esports. Everybody's like, "Oh, it's just video games." Cool. No, we practice, studying and preparing for games like other sports announcers do. With the NFL, they have to keep track of all the stats, the players, the teams, all that. We do that here at WIHSEA, and I do that with my note sheet. And speaking of that, I actually did find my old notebook from spring 2022. So maybe after the stream, I'll show you guys a little evolution of the note sheet. But yeah, as long along the lines of that evolution came again the evolution of me becoming a broadcaster. And I think since we have more time to kill, I'll just keep going with what I'm saying. So fall 2022 comes around for Smash, and WIHSEA just doesn't have a commentator for Smash, and I'm like, you know what? I'll take the chance. I'll do it. And I'm really glad I did that, because if I didn't do that, I don't know if I'd really, have as much enthusiasm doing this as I do now, because Smash is just one of those games that are just like really exciting and just get you going. I'm sure you can understand that, Neby.
Oh yeah.
I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
the best part of those streams was obviously I had a partner who really liked Smash like me, but the most exciting part is seeing the character selections, because going into it, I never really asked for like the school's players mains or anything like that. So I was like completely, blinded by, what I saw. And it's just, seeing a Little Mac, a Captain Falcon, a surprise character here and there just really brings the joy out for me. That's why I love casting Smash so much. That's why I continued it with Carthage this past fall, and it was great. We didn't do well in the playoffs, but in the regular season, oh boy, did we ever do well.
Yes. Smash is such like a variety of like different play styles. Like me personally, you wouldn't guess it, but I play Isabel from Animal
Ooh,
Crossing.
ooh.
That's my main. And coming into like different games with like different matchups, people just like don't expect a small dog to absolutely dunk you below the stage. It's insane.
No, they don't. They don't. And that's the fun part about Smash, I feel that varsity, you kind of have to gauge towards the meta in order to, get the championship. But like when it's JV, like all of that's pretty much out of the window. You get just absolutely crazy matchups. Like I remember casting a Pyramithra Ditto. I remember casting a Little Mac Ditto. I remember like all of that. I
The little a little Mac Ditto is
Yeah,
crazy.
it was insane. And then I think there was this one game. It was like JV week 2. It was Wilmot and Waukesha South. Waukesha South won 19-0, but that's not the point I'm trying to make here. One of the WIHSEA South players was playing Donkey Kong, and one of the Wilmot players was playing Robin. And what the Donkey Kong did was he literally just picked up the Robin and threw him directly off of the stage. And the Robin just bounced off the stage. And I think that was one of my greatest calls ever.
Oh my god. Like the Donkey Kong just like picked him up, threw him on his back, and just like jumped off the edge and just threw him.
Yeah, he literally, yeah. So Robin just like got doinked off the bottom of the stage, and then Donkey Kong was able to recover. It was insane. I was going bananas when that happened. No pun intended. But I think another match too was a JV Week 5 clash between Durand, Arkansas, and North Crawford, and that one just went to the very last set point. It was a 12-7 finish, in Durand, Arkansas won. It was like the most gritty Smash matchup I think I ever watched, and it was a reschedule too. This happened on a Monday, Neby. Usually the JV games happen on a Thursday, but we were crazy enough to reschedule them and get them on for Monday. And oh my god, I'm so glad that happened.
A reschedule a match turning into a absolute brawl is insane.
I know. All right, Sun Prairie is going to need about 10 more minutes before we get ready for the match. We got more time to kill here, so let's keep going. Another thing about the Smash season that really stood out to me was state for that, because obviously most of my friends were doing Rocket League, so that really wasn't a big factor in like the difference between Smash State and Rocket League State for me. The difference was just sitting closer to the action, because we streamed off like a big gaming laptop, so we were like right next to the competitors. And one of the matches, it was, I believe, Appleton East versus La Follette, or La Follette. I always pronounce it school wrong. I apologize. I hope my Horlick Esports coach isn't watching this. Nonetheless, La Follette was down 0-2 to Appleton East, and what happened was La Follette was slowly inching their way back into the matchup, and all of a sudden, it was 2-2. It was on the last couple stocks, and La Follette ended up getting the win because the Byleth that was on La Follette's team got a stun off of the opposing player of Appleton East and just smash attacked him, and it was over, man.
Damn.
It was over.
A reverse sweep.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And the funniest thing about that was I didn't even know my mic was echoing, so it kind of sounds a little worse when you go back and watch the actual match. I didn't even realize, because we were having issues with the microphone, and I accidentally put up the echo slider, because I have an echo slider and a regular slider on my current microphone that I've been using since I started this whole thing. And yeah, I never realized I turned that one up as well, so the stream sounded a little distorted. And when you hear the crowd, man, it's like 20 times louder than it actually was right next to me.
Oh my.
But that's kind of like a good mistake. Obviously, you learn from your mistakes, and you make sure the echo slider gets turned off and whatnot. And after that, that never really happened again, thankfully. But yeah, this job is just all about learning, what you can do, in the following season, stuff like that, how you can improve, tomorrow, the next week, stuff like that. And that's really helped me, push myself to do better in life in general. Um, where are we? So we're still in fall 2022. Yeah, that was a great season as well. I think teams such as Fox Valley went back to back for championships. I know Wisconsin Connections Academy also won. Fort Atkinson also won in Division Two, creating a little Smash dynasty for themselves. They also won in last fall, and they don't have a Rocket League team this year, and I believe their coach retired. So I mean, what a way to go out in retirement from esports than to win Smash again, you know. So that's awesome. And then Then came winter 2023. That was the season where, you know, I wanted to prove myself right. I wanted to show everybody that I completely changed as a broadcaster and that I can be, you know, more energetic, more enthusiastic, more logical with what I was saying and not be, you know, so monotone and have some vocal variety. And winter 2023 did that, you know, had some banger matches for sure in that one for regular season and the playoffs. I think the big thing about that season was going to UW River Falls because that was 5 hours away from where I currently live. And, you know, I had to spend a night at the hotel, got to experience that. But, you know, experiencing that college and their setup, we were, so I was on like their upper balcony and you could see like below where all the tables were and everybody was sitting at. It was a great view, you know. Uh the light shining on me wasn't the greatest part. I'll just say that, but you know, they didn't shine too bright to really knock off my game. So that's good. But yeah, that state was, you know, incredible. We saw Waukesha South winning. We saw I believe Shawano won Division 2. Division 3, Fox Valley won. Division 4, we saw WCA winning and Barron just coming out of nowhere, eliminating teams such as Walden. And, you know, Barron wrote an article about their success at state, and it says in there that the broadcasters predicted Walden would win. That's true because I had absolutely no idea that the Golden Bears were built different like that. I had absolutely no idea, and they were like a game close from, you know, winning Division 4 championship goal. That would have been insane.
That'd have been a great story.
Yeah.
Put that in a YouTube commentary video.
Yeah. And speaking of that, there is compilations of previous seasons that I've done here at WIHSEA on the WIHSEA YouTube channel. I think I made them over the summer. Uh, yeah, over the summer last year I did make those. And then I made like top tens for the Valorant season. I'll get to that next. Oh, well, actually, I won't get to that next because we have, I believe, Cambria-Friesland in the lobby. Uh, yeah, so real quick, just spring 2023 Valorant. That was a season where I just wanted to challenge myself even more by learning a completely new game. Like going into Valorant, I knew nothing about Valorant. And then after like 3 short weeks, learn the characters, you know, I kind of casted it like it was similar to that of like Rainbow Six Siege, where you know it's a first-person shooter, it's a team-based game. You have to play sort of tactical in your decision making with, you know, planting a spike and whatnot. Kind of just use that framework around it, and it went pretty well. State for that was that was an adventure. It lasted 12 hours.
I was there. I
Yeah.
was there
Yep.
actually. I
Yep.
was playing in the
Yes.
Valorant for Valorant semifinals.
Yep.
We lost to I forgot the team name.
Was it Williams? Yeah. Well,
Yeah, it was
yeah, it was
Williams
Williams Bay.
Bay.
Yep. Yeah, because I remember they won. Yeah, it was like double overtime, man. What, you know, how this is like an impromptu interview question. But like how did you guys keep the mental going into like the whole match and like the double OT and stuff like that?
Listen, my coach was surprised. My coach was surprised. I became the IGL for the team. I literally was boosting the morale of all of my teammates. And listen, it was an amazing experience. I was like, one more round, 13-9, easy dubs. And then, yeah, we just continued bringing it back.
Yep.
And I remember a coach for a different college that I forgot the name of, but I think their mascot is like a tiger, like a
Hmm.
blue tiger. They went he went up to me. He went up to me or our team, right? And he was like, "Dang, now I have to watch an extra 2 hours of footage."
Oh, you know who that was? That was that representative from Bryan and Stratton College. I remember that guy. I was talking to him a little bit. Yep, I remember that guy.
Yeah, he was really cool. He
Hmm.
gave some inspirational, messages and stuff, and I was listening to him. I might actually go to that college. He gave me his business card and everything like that.
Yep,
He's a really nice guy.
he is. He is. Yep. Yep. I hope their program is going very well over there at Bryant and Stratton.
I might hit him up for Street Fighter because he's the highest rank in Street Fighter, as he said.
Ooh. I would pay to see that.
Honestly, the only experience I have with 2D fighting games is Mortal Kombat, and I just know like one Scorpion combo, but that's it.
Get over here. I think we're still waiting on Sun Prairie to join here. I should be joining any minute, but yeah, Spring 2023 Valorant was an experience of its own. I mean, being there for like 12 hours, just like streaming all day. I mean, obviously, as a caster, we get breaks, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't just sit there for like 12 hours and whatnot. But let's not sit here and talk about me. Let's talk about this matchup that is about to go down. Cambria-Friesland Hilltoppers, Sun Prairie Cardinals, both making their stream debut today in this JV high school matchup. Game 1 underway. That's going to be evenly contested kickoff. Oh, yeah. Ball is going to be popped out towards Hilltoppers territory. SSJ David. Oh, misses the touch on the ball.
It was a calculated fake because now they're going to get a 50. David's going to bring it up the field. Going to get denied by Mart Kid.
You see that ball in center position. The boss is trying to punch it out of the Cardinals' half. We're going to see boss up again. Carl Dog's going to try to center this one. He's going to stick with it. Jawbreaker gets up. Gets the clear. SSJ David trying to follow up. Gets a bad touch on the ball. Sun Prairie a little bit clumped up on the rotations, but nonetheless, they're pushing the ball down the field.
Carl Dog going to bring it into the corner. Jawbreaker brings it up the field. Going to have a clear here, but gets a 50 from Do Just Why.
Dude, just why did he do that? Because there was no center there for Cambria-Friesland. Now it is in Hilltoppers territory. Dude, just why trying to get the ball out. Rocking the F1 card, not going to have any boost. Jawbreaker has a shot opportunity. That's going to get saved by the not-so-smart kid. SSJ David going up for a possible center. Gets knocked down immediately by Carl Dog. And now the push is on for the Hilltoppers. Except Jawbreaker scouting the ball out. Trying to put it in center position. SSJ David puts it in.
What a goal.
And the Cardinals up 1-0, striking first blood. A beautiful shot from SSJ David. Almost didn't go in. Bounced off of that right post, but luckily for the captain of Sun Prairie, that one goes in. Oh, and that's going to be a miss off the kickoff for the Cardinals. But it is streaking into Hilltopper territory. Dude just why going to have ball control. Wins the 50 over Jawbreaker. SSJ David is there. That ball's going to sail over Dude just why.
Another 50 from Carl Dog, gonna put it in the center. Not so smart kid clears the ball to the corner.
Oh,
Whoa.
that's 3 whiffs in a row. 4. And that's going to be a defensive stand for the Cardinals. We're going to see SSJ David go up. That's going to get rejected by Carl Dog. Making a wise rotation. Not so smart kid's going to come up. Not really going to have a good touch on the ball. Accidentally centers it for the Cardinals. Luckily, the boss was not able to take advantage of that. Jawbreaker's going to bump Carl Dog.
Oh my. Carl Dog panicked there. I could see it in his wheels.
Yeah. See what Jawbreaker can do here. Passing it to the boss. He's going to get it over one. Dude just why sitting there. Oh, and that's going to go in for Sun Prairie.
Dude, just why did he not save that?
Just trying to make sure his car was parked properly to save that one, but took too much time. And the Cardinals up 2-0, 2:16 remaining.
David taking it up the field and putting it in the corner of the other side. Centers it. Jawbreaker takes the shot.
Wow.
It's in the net. What a pass by David.
What a slam dunk from Jawbreaker, and he's definitely breaking some jaws. Has that Dan Campbell energy in him. Puts that one in for the Cardinals. 3-0 is the score in game 1, and Sun Prairie is looking really good. Coming in with that 3-1 record, obviously more experience under their belt, so they were the favorites going in. But, you know, I love a good underdog story every once in a while, so this match isn't over quite yet. But maybe we'll see some more competition come out from Cambria-Friesland's side going forward here. Have that competitive edge. Not So Smart Kid is going to miss the ball, unfortunately, for Cambria, and that's going to be in Hilltoppers territory. SJ David going up for the ball, as well as Jawbreaker. That's going to get saved by WIHSEA. SJ David going to intercept that.
Puts it in the center. The boss is going to try and take a shot, a backward shot here. Major impression over here by the boss.
He's the world's best backwards driver. What can you say? Oh, SSJ David's going to miss that one. Jawbreaker pushing. Oh, that's in somehow. What?
Little bit of a double tap by Jawbreaker there.
Wow. That was a little bit of a double touch. More so a pinch, but nonetheless, Sun Prairie sending this one 4-0.
Even kickoff here. The boss is going to try and take it up. Jawbreaker coming out of nowhere with the aerial touch, bringing it up the field. Can he get it centered here? WIHSEA clearing it to the side, but putting it in the center again. David.
That's going to be a save by Carl Dog. See if Cambria can at least get one goal here before the game ends. Sun Prairie's just been dominant on all fronts. SSJ David, it's his second goal of the game.
The boss had a really nice center there, which made it really easy for David to just put it in the net. Great chemistry by this team. Glad they're taking it all the way. 5-0 already in this first match.
And again, this is another new school to WIHSEA, ladies and gentlemen. We've had an influx of brand new teams in WIHSEA Rocket League, and Sun Prairie so far just has really exceeded my expectations, much like St. Croix in JV Week 1 against Michelli. That's going to be a center for Cambria. Unfortunately, SSJ David's going to be there to clear it.
David with his lockdown defense is just making it so hard for the Hilltoppers to even score one goal. Look at that. David just clearing it off.
Definitely putting the clamps on the Hilltoppers. They can't climb up at this mountain, a 5-0 mountain. And Sun Prairie going to walk out with a Game 1 win.
You know, that was surprising. I thought this match would be way closer than it is. But 5-0 in the first match. There's always comeback season. You know, Hilltoppers can take it in on the second match. It's only a 1-0 series right now, so.
Indeed it is.
Easily take it back.
Sun Prairie 5-0 domination in Game 1. We'll see what Game 2 brings. And I believe I forgot to change the scene. I have too many scenes on OBS these days, so forgetting to change the scene is going to be happening. So apologies for people watching who did not get to see the first game. But just complete domination from Sun Prairie across the board. Cambria-Friesland just needs to get some offense going. Here we go for game number 2.
I'm just hoping the Hilltoppers can take it for the second match, but they get a shot off.
Wow!
David, I just talked too soon. David just put a nice shot in. They couldn't save it.
You could see that one coming from a mile away. The rotation right off the kickoff to the left corner or the left middle boost. And just faking out a defender on Cambria. Just a textbook play in Rocket League, if you ask me. Now, ball ball is still in Hilltoppers territory. Sun Prairie not slowing down at all.
David putting it in the center. It's cleared by Carl Dog, but Jawbreaker is there to get it in the center again. David
Oh,
takes a
wow.
shot, and it's in.
And just taking advantage of the opportunity is SSJ David. And he already has 2 goals in this game, not even 30 seconds into it. And yeah, Sun Prairie just out for blood. They want to have some success in Rocket League, and that's only going to get greater with a possible win here today.
David accidentally centering it, but Carl Dog puts it back in the center. Jawbreaker takes it out. Carl Dog 50s David. The boss is there to get a clear and maybe a shot off. What
Beautiful
a save by
save.
Dujas Wive.
Beautiful save. Carl Dog, nice punt into Cardinals territory. Could this be the push that Cambria needs? Oh, it's going to get rejected immediately by the boss. Oh, tried to fake out the not-so-smart kid. Unfortunately for the boss, the smart kid was smart indeed. Not there, though. Jawbreaker centers that ball. The boss, wide open lane! Gets it in.
3-0 and only a minute and 9 seconds into the first game. It's crazy the amount of dominance that Sun Prairie is showing.
Yep, just all about team chemistry, rotations, communication. All 3 of those things speak volumes in a game like Rocket League. Nice kickoff from Jawbreaker.
Jawbreaker has possession here. He might have a center too. Dujas Wive clears it. David 50s here, but gets demoed. Jawbreaker takes the shot. That not so smart kid.
That one's in.
Misses. Just misses.
Jawbreaker, just again, putting that one in the net of the Hilltoppers, and just better communication is being shown by Sun Prairie thus far in this matchup. Can Cambria get things going? That's going to be the question, because we haven't really seen their offensive game at all in this matchup thus far. No goals on the board at all.
The dominance is no pun intended, but the domination from the Sun Prairie is just immaculate here. It's just team chemistry, all of the above. They're just showing an absolute blowout in this match.
Jawbreaker going for a center. That one's there. Dujas Wive gonna be there for the save. That ball's popped up yet again. That ball centered. Jawbreaker. Oh, that's gonna be a little wide to the left of the net, right off of the post. Not so smart kid trying to push this one. Again, that push just stalls. That one goes over Carl Dog. SSJ David has a lane. He jukes out Dujas Wive, and he puts it in for the Cardinals.
5-0 again. Deja vu in the second match. Wow.
Deja vu, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe my my operator error of not showing the game really doesn't matter at this point. Because we have the same result anyway.
Jawbreaker is
up.
Jawbreaker clears it up. Carl Dog denies the clear, puts it in the center. Might be a shot here for Dujas Wive, but the boss just continues bringing it up the field, and they just can't.
Wow.
They just can't do anything on offense. It's insane.
Cleanup on aisle 3 was needed on that encounter between cars. Looked like a NASCAR car crash. Oh my. Ball in Cardinals territory. A ball's going to be popped up. That might be in center position. Oh, not so smart kid's going to have an unfavorable read that time. Carl Dog trying to take it up again. Just the relentless pushes. The contested shots being won over by Sun Prairie is really the story of these matchups. As Cambria, yes, they can push it into Cardinals territory, but they just cannot finish the offensive pushes, and that's the big problem here for Cambria. Can they finally crack the code, though? No, not just yet. SSJ David going to take this one off of the wall.
It's going to be centered for someone there. David Takes the shot on net, saved.
I
By
gotta get back there.
Or
Oh,
not
dude, just
smart
why
kid.
with the demo? Oh, it doesn't have boost
Oh,
to make
no.
a cut. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Unfortunate.
They had the lane to score. Oh, and that's another demo. This time from Jawbreaker. The boss is gonna miss the touch. And the double commit for the clear is what we see from Cambria.
You know, I'm thinking that the Hilltoppers should use the Wrecking Ball method against the Sun Prairie.
They
Because
should.
they just lock down on defense. It's just locked.
Mhm.
And if there's less defenders on the field, it's easier to score the ball. Speaking of, saved by dude just why.
Cambria,
Jawbreaker takes the shot. Carl Dog is there to save it.
Cambria's
Playing
staying a
defensive simulator.
little conservative. Maybe try to get at least one. That's in Hilltopper, or I'm sorry, Cardinals territory. See if Cambria can score. They're not going to be able to. Could we see a last-second buzzer beater from the Cardinals, though? We will not. As that ball gets knocked down, Sun Prairie with a 2-game lead.
That was basically the same match as the first one. 5-0. Pretty simple. Light work for Sun Prairie. Honestly, this was pretty unexpected. I thought this was going to be a really even match, but
Yeah, I thought so, too. Well, sometimes predictions can be wrong.
hey, listen. There's still hope for the Hilltoppers. They just need to start cooking. Put it
Yeah.
in the oven. Put the pizza in the oven. Take it out. Get some brain food for that, for not so smart kid.
Yes, sir. That's what they need. They just need a spark on offense. Need some extra motivation. Someone should give them the Cleveland Cavaliers speech when they were going to come back against the Warriors in 2016 in the NBA Finals. They need that speech. Or they can go the Attack on Titan route. They can do that as well. Just something to get a spark going for the Hilltoppers offense, as it's just been all Sun Prairie so far in this matchup.
I'm hoping the Hilltoppers at least get one goal in this entire series.
See what transpires. Carl Dog's going to win the kickoff. Ooh, that one almost snuck into the goal.
Dude, just why putting it in the center. Jawbreaker is there to clear it. The boss, with his Mater impression,
Oh,
gonna unfortunately miss the net. David clears it. Carl Dog tries to get it in the net, but unfortunately misses.
Cambria did have an opportunity to score. There are not many defenders back there for Sun Prairie. Unfortunately, all of them spawned back in. They were at their net. Carl Dog with the save. See if Cambria can get some pushing to go their way. Carl Dog's going to be without boost. Do just why. Disengages with the ball. Rotates back. The pressure is on the not-so-smart kid to try and save this out of Cambria's net. That one almost in for Jawbreaker.
He just came out of nowhere pretty much, and he just tried to shoot that.
That ball
Unfortunately,
centered.
it just didn't go in.
Almost the goal for the Hilltoppers.
The boss putting it back in the corner. Bringing it up the field, gets a 50, puts it in the center all the way in the high ends of the field.
That ball's still up in Cambria's net. And that's not going to go in. Strong defense from Cambria. See if they can get an offense push going here.
Jawbreaker puts it up, but that's so not so smart kid. He's just clearing that. SSG David in the corner, going for a center here to get the shot.
Perfect
Jawbreaker
pass. Oh,
was
I'm not
almost
sure.
there for the shot.
I'm not sure what Jawbreaker was doing. Was he shaking off the NyQuil? I'm not sure. That could have possibly been a goal for Sun Prairie. SSJ David's going to flip backwards, try and clear this one. He's going to be able to.
You know, this is what I was expecting for the first match, but unfortunately, two
Oh.
5-0 victories.
Cambria's got to jump on that ball. SSJ David, the only one back. Carl Dog recognizes it. The rest of Sun
Jawbreaker
Prairie
gets a 50.
follows.
The boss brings it up, but gets denied by Do Just Why and brings it up the corner. Could it be centered?
It
It's
is.
centered. Could someone be there?
Oh.
The boss gets it out there. David brings it up the field, gets a flip, puts it in the center. Jawbreaker is there for the shot, but turns away. Probably didn't have boost.
Oh, and all three members of Sun Prairie collided with one another. Cambria has to take advantage. They try to put a shot in. That's going to be safe from SSJ David.
Carl Dog putting it in the center. Might be a shot here. That's not so smart, kid.
They're knocking on the
Brings it
door.
up.
Oh, they can't
David
get
is
it
there
in.
for the save.
They just cannot put the ball in the net. Oh, that's
It's
wide
centered.
open.
The
And
boss.
wow. What a sequence.
The counter attack was insane.
A nail biter for Cambria, but it results in a Sun Prairie goal. 1 goal lead, 154 remaining. Cambria has to get a goal on the board now to tie this thing up and prevent the 3-0 sweep from occurring. That ball centered. Sun Prairie is just going to take advantage. Jawbreaker getting his name on the board for the first time in Game 3.
I feel like those first two games really hurt the mental for the Hilltoppers. It's just so unfortunate to see a good team fall to domination like this from Sun Prairie.
Yeah, Sun Prairie just on another level in terms of JV play. They're definitely one team to watch out for. I will say that Cambria, just a fragment on rotations, and Jawbreaker is just going to take the open lane and put the ball in the net where it needs to go.
Unfortunately, the entirety of the Hilltoppers just were lost on defense, and he just got a 0 boost open net. That's insane.
Got about a minute and a half remaining. Not so smart kid almost putting that one in for Cambria. That's going to be a demo.
Demos to just why.
Carl Dog there. Again, a save from SSJ David. And even when Cambria gets, their offense going, the Cardinals just have all the answers.
A double commit could get them the goal here, but Not So Smart Kid is there for the save. David backflips it. Could be a goal, but Not So Smart Kid is there again. Carl Dog trying to get it out of there. Gets an unfortunate 50, but Carl Dog continues bringing it up the field.
More pressure being put on Cambria. Can Sun Prairie possibly score?
Not So Smart Kid.
Oh, is that in?
Gets the shot. Oh, it's
Oh!
just barely off. Oh my.
Doesn't get the rebound opportunity to score that one. That one was almost a line drive goal. The boss went up there. Thought he was going to get a touch on the ball. Unfortunately, though, he did not get one. Carl Dog
brings
with
it up
the
the
center.
field, gets the shot off. It's just wide.
That ball's going to be popped up. Anybody for Cambria going to go for it. It's dude just why. Ball in Cardinals territory. Oh, Carl Dog's going to miss his attempt at the hit. That's going to be a center for Jawbreaker. Could we see a last-second goal? We're going to see one goal with 1 second left. Jawbreaker, 3-goal performance. Hat-trick.
Wow. This is so unfortunate. This is crazy. Not one goal. Well, there's still 1 second remaining. But I'm going to assume the Hilltopper did not get any goals for the entirety of the series. That's insane. Could be a 0-second goal here, but puts it on the ground. Sun Prairie wins the whole series 3-0. Wow.
And that was a
What
shutout
a
victory,
match.
too. That was a shutout. I can't remember the last time I had a shutout game happen on stream. That's wild. Hats off to Sun Prairie for their amazing performance. Wow. Just amazing.
That's just crazy to me. I was expecting a really close match here, but just domination. Sun Prairie just took it all the way. 14 goals is the only goals that they need.
hmm Yeah, Sun Prairie just came into this and they wanted it more, and now they're 4-1 on the year, and they still have, I believe, a couple more games left under their belt. So I mean, for a first year in esports, I think Sun Prairie's got it handled pretty well.
Wow.
Cambria-Friesland will finish 500 again in a Rocket League season. This time it'll be for JV. No shame in that game. But with that matchup coming to a conclusion, the stream will come to a conclusion in a little bit. I wanted to do this in the intro, but I was talking about my note sheets in the 100th cast last Tuesday. Could not find my notebook to actually project some screenshots of what I'm talking about with my notes. But if anybody is still sticking around here, I would like to present to you a notes evolution real quick. So, when I started taking notes for the WIHSEA streams, obviously that's a big requirement for this job to actually know, the teams and what to expect and stuff like that, and base predictions off of. So, on the left, you're seeing my notebook that I used for the spring 2022 Rocket League season. It basically consisted of me going in and getting the players for each team, getting the ranks, having notes for the spring 2021 season, which I copied down way before the spring 2022 season began. Obviously, go figure. And then it just lists, the track records in regular season and the record of the team playing and stuff like that, and in playoffs as well. This one happened to be from the Horlick and Case matchup, the quarterfinal playoff game for Division One that happened on May 14th, 2022 at the Carthage Esports Arena. That was the first time I got to witness the Carthage Esports Arena, and from that day, I said I want to go to this college because that esports arena is amazing, and the broadcasting room was amazing as well. You see the name Tanner written on that notebook. That was my broadcast partner for that day. Also, the Journal Times did come in and they interviewed me after the game, so that was also a core memory developed there. And Tanner, he goes by Flair, is a great Rocket League player, great leader, great caster as well. I will say he does the Valorant casting for Carthage, so shout out to him. And moving on, this is where I was talking about the Google Sheet going into more of a notebook style. That's what you see with the Smash Bros. Template. I just used a random match, Bruce versus Flambeau, I believe. There was a few Little Max in this game, but it was a pretty good game. But nonetheless, that's not the point. So again, you have the players right here. You have the records, and you have notes for last season. Their overall record, then their points earned and their points against, their track record for the regular season, and things of that nature. What placement they are in the conference, and then you go over to what we have now, and we have something like this where it's just dimensional enough to fit in the OBS box. I believe it's the size of a YouTube thumbnail, if anybody's wondering. And yeah, and you have on one side, you have one team, you have the other team on the other side, and in the middle, you have the school logos to give it a little more personality. That's my little flair on this. And, it's more organized. You have the players in one section, you have the previous season stats, or the current season stats, because this was from the Division Championship Gauntlet from Winter 2023. That's why there's so much information on here. More information than would be on a regular spreadsheet like I use today. But yeah, just wanted to give you guys a little visual of the evolution behind that, and the dedication I put into this shot, because it takes a lot to do something like this. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we will be ending the stream. I have been your fellow WIHSEA commentator, Andrew Czysz Jr.,
And I have been your assistant commentator, Neby.
and we will see you back this Tuesday for Varsity Week 6. News on the matchup pick will be coming out soon. I've got some candidates to look over for that match, as well as JV Week 6. So, again, be tuned into social media from myself and WIHSEA. But for now, have a good night.
See you guys.